Today we got a phone which is Invens K something. We'll be sure just now. I was busy with it, then I realized it's a different phone, so we must make a video. It's K2, so we need to open these screws 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 screw. Then this plate comes off, you put it separate. There are all the screws here, you can see. Then it has locks all around, you remove that. Back cover comes off. Battery is connected with the wires to the board, positive, and then this there is the ground and negative. So you remove that and you just put a small tape. If you can remove the battery, but because we don't want to repair screen or anything, so we should not remove it. The track of this charging is gone. There's an antenna aerial here. Then there are screws inside, one here and the other one is somewhere around here and there. So when you see those, remove all the screws, because to open that, to take out the board, you have to remove all the screws. Your fingerprint sensor comes off. That's your flexi, LCD flexi. That's your power flexi, power and volume flexi. Be careful, this one is very fragile. Then there is your touch flexi, and this one is onto the side here. So I'm just gonna take a tweezer quickly. You can see there, that's your touch flexi coming out. That's your back camera flexi. That's your most probably front camera. So it has lots of jacks and stuff, so be careful about it. The speaker is connected with the wires here. There it is. I think that's about it. Everything came off. Charging pin was already broken, you can see there inside, and all the tracks came off. So I'm gonna rebuild the track. I believe that the positive track is still working, but I'm just gonna show you where on the board it will be connecting. In case if the tracks are gone, you can see that. So it's Invens K2. I'll just show you now where the tracks are going. If you flip the board, you see here, you see there are about 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 11 points here. If you look at underneath here, I don't know if you can see it, it's written there V charge DM DP RX. So that's most probably the first line. Then ground SDA and tell or something like that, SCLR. These are the abbreviation of the different stuff, but because we are working on only to make it work on charging, so I believe the first one says V charge should be working with your positive track. We'll just quickly test it with the meter. That's your first one, V charge. And yeah, it's working. And then it says ground on the second line, so we can see that if it is, yeah, so you can see that it's not that difficult. If you know how to just look around for the things, you will be able to find it. So we did not have to struggle that much. Otherwise we had to check for the diode, and onto the positive point of the diode you can put the positive wire from the charging pin. But this one, as you can see, that it was very simple. My tracks are still working, positive and negative, so I'm not going to put any wires, but this was to just show you that where the tracks are going. I'm just going to solder a little bit to make the track visible. So we're going to clean it and re-solder the tracks. It's only 2 left, negative and positive. Once it is re-soldered, we're going to put the charging pin, not using the hot air. You can just simply, you can feel that click noise. Click, and it's gone in. This side it's a little bit, so you can see there now all the sides are in. There was a slight interruption, there was a customer. I'm just going to resolder all the points so it can have a strong base, and because there are only 2 tracks left and it should be very solid onto the board, otherwise if it shakes the customer will just remove those print, then I would have to put tracks with the wires. So now we're going to solder the positive and negative track quickly. It will be a little bit difficult, I know, because the space is left. Let me just see if this tin can be removed quickly, if it is removable. It's not that solid. Just put the tweezer carefully on the both side to loosen it up. Don't use too much force, don't want to break anything. Give the support from here and pull it up. I think it's much better if you do this, remove this tin before putting the charging pin, because I didn't realize that time that it will give me problem to put solder onto the points. But this is not difficult. You can just use a tweezer and it will come off easily on this phone though. And now we're going to solder those 2 points, and just by, like, you know, wiggling it comes off. There's a other point this side, if you see there, this is ground. You can test it there, and there it is. You can see the voltages are coming. So if suppose there is another model and similar model and you don't see it, you can see that there is that capacitor, that positive point. You can just put a direct here wire to make it short if you don't want to go all the way this side. But these are 2 different places that you can use the positive track. Now we're going to close it. It's working. I showed you that it was giving voltage. We can check on the battery points also quickly, which is positive and negative. You can see there that it's 4 point something. So it's working now. Now we're going to close it quick. So now the board goes in. Front camera. Be careful about all the flexes. I'm not gonna waste more time on the video. I'm just gonna show you quickly to fit the board, and then I'm going to put all the flexes back quickly without making the video. LCD side. So be careful about these flexes. Once they're broken, you'll be in trouble, because these parts are very difficult to get, especially for these phones. So now we can just reconnect everything quick. I'll show you just now after reconnecting it. Screws are back. 1, 2 other ones I didn't put, and we put that battery connector back. Now we're going to, you can see that all the flexes are in nicely. This thing was under the board, that's why it was giving me some problem, but remember that you need to put it up. That's the flashlight. Now we can just close the back cover and put all the screws, and then we'll test it quickly one more time before we leave it. So now you can see that it's charging. There it is, this point, and also showing here charging. So this is Invens K2. You can repair the charging pin and charge it tracks like that. Now we're just going to close the remaining one. I hope it will help you to find similar models. They have K4 and something like that also. I showed you under the tin also there is a capacitor there. If you are struggling to find the tracks, you can put direct positive there onto the positive point of the capacitor. So that's how we repair K2 Invens charging tracks or charging pin. I hope you like the video. Please do subscribe my channel. I need subscription. Share the video, give your comments. I'll try to answer my best. Thank you very much. Until next time, goodbye.